Welcome back, y'all. This is Quoth. We're going to play a little bit more of Dark Souls 2. I almost said The Binding of Isaac. I've got that on the brain lately. Getting a little bit over the top with my Isaac runs, simply because I'm starting to actually have some success. So, you should check that out if you get a chance. But for now, we're going to head back to the Lost Bastille and go to Macduff's workshop. Is this a reference to the man not born of woman? I don't know. My guess is probably not, since in the actual play it's spelled Mac, M-A-C, Duff, not Macduff. But that being said, it might be more of a reference to the Simpsons beer. It could be a lot of different things. But in either case, there's nothing else we can do here in the Lost Bastille in the area or vicinity of the blacksmith. But what we can do, head out, fight the dog, skip the initial area, which is usually not that useful to begin with, and we're doing a lot more damage than we did before. And the dogs aren't really doing anything, so I don't know if they know I'm here or what's going on with them. But whatever. This guy, of course, in normal fashion, is ignoring the barrel. Alright, it's getting weird now. Alright, so it's about Estes time. Kind of like Miller time, except more relevant to this game. Alright, so a single R2, I should keep that in mind, will kill the dog if I'm one-on-one with them. So, oh, didn't quite get the shield up in time. Holy crap, okay. That was almost devastating. I'm thinking that's going to be a double of Estes. Eh, maybe not. We'll hold off on the double, just because it seems like a waste of Estes at this point. Oh my god, did I really just run off the edge? Well, remember all those souls that we got? About 7,000 of them? Yeah, they're right off the edge with me. I'm not too upset about it. I mean, it's not really that many. As I said, it's about 2 levels at this point that I just threw down the drain there. But, it's still 2 levels, so it's something that you like to hold on to, especially since the next area may or may not require some additional soul purchases, such as the ring that I plan to buy in order to be able to head down into the next area. But we can cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, let's just take care of the dogs. Okay. Simple enough. Alright, sadly enough, that was part of my master plan. I just didn't expect to actually get hit by it. I thought I was out of radius. But that should be pretty easy to kill. We can pick up our other Bloodstain, which admittedly is not as awesome as the one we just, as the one we completely lost, but it should get about 1,000 souls or so, which we wouldn't have if we didn't go get it, so I consider it at least a moderate effort. Alright, so we're not going to get sucker punched in the face by this guy again. He wants to grab us, but I don't deal with people who want to grab me. It's very easy to stay behind them once you're in an open space. The trick with these guys is just to avoid getting like knocked off a cliff or something. So that is that. We're up to 4,150 souls, which is almost the 7,000 that we lost. I mean, we would have had 7,000 on top of that if we'd done it correctly, but no use crying over spilled milk, rather. Is anyone coming on their own? Let me walk up here. I want to aggro as few as possible. Because these guys can be real dickheads in groups of 2 or 3. Oh, here they come. Oh, Jesus Christmas. Okay. Got one of them. So we're just basically waiting for the opportune moment. Then we R2. Oh, fuck me. See, when you get hit like 3 at a time, that's like the quickest way to get slaughtered instantly. At the very least, what I can say is that I have never been more happy that I chose to start a new episode and a part 2 on this rather than continue to plow ahead. It gives me a chance to act like a complete idiot. So let's do this again with less retardedness. Get one real quick, 2 real quick. The other one's minding his own business. I think I'll leave him alone. He didn't do anything wrong. This guy. Moron. Alright, I don't know why the 7 out of the 8 swings that I did there didn't hit him, but... I think that deserves an Estus. Maybe wasn't the maybe it was more sloppy play than was really worth it, but I don't like to waste unnecessary time in some circumstances. So sloppy play is what you see with what you get, kind of. All right, come down here, buddy. Okay, that works for me. Alright, so not going to go overboard there. And we'll get him out of the way again. And there must be a good strategy for this. I think last time I might have used like a nice quick throne item. I don't know if I have any. I do have an alluring skull, which could work. Let's try it. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take these off the bar. We're going to put an alluring skull. And we're also going to put our throwing knives. And I don't want to resort to having to use the throwing knives. But if we have to, we will. And this is what we're going to try to do. I'm going to try to lure as few as possible in, so not like all 17 of them like we did last time. I'm just going to step in real quick and see if any of them catch notice. If they don't, we'll try it again in a second. We just want to get as few as possible to actually run in. Alright, so that's definitely going to aggro him. Okay. So that did absolutely nothing. As they say in the biz, so let's get a well-deserved Estus. We got a couple of them down. Obviously, the alluring skull failed miserably, but that doesn't mean that everything will. So Now that we're in. We're going to aggro a few more. We should be able to take one of them out real quick before we even have... before he has a chance to let his partner up. Alright, so we got to just kind of be quick about it. If we can take them out before they have a chance to aggro their friends, then everybody wins. If we can't, then everybody loses. If I remember correctly, this is the way I went last time. It may not be the best way. It obviously doesn't seem to be. But we can work it out. So what else is in this room? Oh, you can actually shoot this, I think, from outside if you have arrows, which is something I noted last time and said, that's interesting, I should remember that, and then failed to do. So, good on me for remembering. There is at least one Onion Knight soldier in here. I call them Onion Knights, but they're really not Onion Knights. They're really more like penis heads. That doesn't look ominous at all, them all running away. They all just jump, they'll just climb down there. Okay, I'll let you guys do what you gotta do, I guess. Alright, nope, that's gonna end poorly. I don't know where you came from, buddy, but I'm very frightened right now that I'm going to get surrounded by like 5 of you. So that's the boss up there. I don't know if I forgot to mention that. That fog wall, that is actually the boss. Now, we've done okay so far. But this frightens me. Because I know there's at least 2 more of those fellows, maybe one. If you think about it in a certain, if that one that I ran into there was what I thought he was, but we are gonna use a human effigy here. And I'm gonna put gold pine resin on my bar for this fight. This is Lucatiel, I believe. I'm sorry, Pilgrim Belclair. Lucatiel you can summon for a later boss. So we're just going to use her. I don't really see any reason not to. And hopefully those other enemies that ran away don't follow up behind me and somehow kill me. But Pilgrim Belclair, in my experience, is kind of a useless boss, but we can handle it. Okay, so you're going to do that. So ideally, ideally in this boss, you just kind of want to take the aggro away from Pilgrim Belclair. As long as you do that, it usually ends up okay. At least at this part. This part there's 3 of these fellows, but only one of them up on this ledge. So as long as you can hold aggro, Pilgrim Belclair can do some pretty decent damage. Now, if you want to fight this guy alone, the first time I ever did this, I just fought him alone. I didn't have any issues with it. I mean, he's a pretty straightforward boss. Fighting 2 of these guys is definitely a lot easier than fighting Ornstein and Smo, for example. So let's go ahead and do this. And then let's head down to the bottom where we have 2 more of these Sentinels to fight. I assume Pilgrim Belclair will join me eventually. But you just be patient with it. They tend to do stuff like this, but they attack pretty slowly. So I wouldn't sit there worrying like, oh no, like there's 2 of them. We have no chance. You have no chance to beat them. Even if Pilgrim Belclair wasn't here, I could easily kill these guys. Not an issue. You just got to be good stamina management. Just aware where everybody is. Make sure your shield is up at all times. If you weren't playing with a shield, maybe this fight is a little more difficult. I assume it probably would be. guy has not attacked in like 10 years. I'm just gonna S this up here. Okay, so once again, the power of a good shield. Even hitting the shield right now is doing good damage because of my gold pine resin, which I don't really need, to be completely honest with you, but oh my god, I'm so stupid. I thought he attacked me twice. I thought that he attacked me once and hit me, and you know, each one of them hit me once. It wasn't that way at all. So let's get him out of the way. So now is the easy part. When it's 1, or 2v1 in this case, but if it's 1 set in the left, just stay calm and take him out. That simple. So as a result, you get the Ruined Sentinel Soul. Pilgrim Belclair bids you adieu. You can go up to the top floor again if you want to. And, well, you have to. I mean, one way or the other, you have to. But you can try to go over here and jump over to this item. I don't think I'm going to do that yet. Instead, you're going to notice up here, you can possibly hear something rattling. You can see something running through the bars. Yeah, you don't want to mess with that. Instead, what I like to do, S this up. And jump through before he has a chance to explode. If you walk through slowly, like a lot of times you walk through in Dark Souls, like, oh no, that guy will blow you up. He's just sitting in there. He's one of the exploding skeletons, and you will die. Period. No questions asked. So we are going to get a quick bonfire here as we go into the second part of the Bastille and into the area where we were next heading. I would like to quickly show you this little area here. As we progress into this part of the game. Now, not too much to find. There's a dog down here, a large club. If you want to use, if you're into that sort of thing, you know, if nightlife is kind of your style, the large club may be of use to you. There's a chest. It's not a mimic, contrary to popular belief. Well, not a lot of chests are. And you're going to get the priest chime in here. It's a good thing if you are a cleric. If you're not, it's kind of useless. If you use the Ferrous Lockstone, which I will use, it will reveal a nice face on the wall somewhere here. And by giving it a quick smack, you will reveal Belfry Luna. Now, we're not going to go into Belfry Luna. It's generally considered a slightly higher level area than what we're dealing with right now. You can do it if you want to. It's certainly not, you know, unassailable. Not much, to be honest with you, in Dark Souls is unassailable if you have the right patience and skill, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Instead, I'm going to head back to Majula, and we're going to just wrap up a few quick things before we finally, you know, finish the episode here. So what I want to do before we end this episode is just kind of, you know, get a couple of levels here. We have 32,000 souls. I am at the threshold at this point of the game where I would not want to lose that. Talking to her, she basically keeps saying to find larger, more powerful souls. She's basically telling you to fight the 4 mini-bosses so you can get to Drangleic Castle. We will worry about that later. You can't upgrade the Estus Flask because we don't have any shards left. See? Oh no, you don't have any. So let's level up and see what we can get here. Now, what are we at for stats? Everything's okay. Strength is okay. Adaptability, people say, is amazing. Not that worried about it at the moment, but later on we'll probably try to add to it. Let's put a couple into Vigor, which gives us HP. A couple into Endurance. Equipment load is probably okay at the moment. So that's going to increase our HP bar significantly, our stamina bar a little bit. And I think that's going to be just about it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to give you a quick little bow. And make sure to keep watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.